Hello, and welcome to another episode of A Few Minutes with Marvin. I inspire those who aspire to make positive changes in their lives. And in this video, I want to document my trip up to Mount Shasta in California. It was one of those things that was on my vision board for about a year and a half. Then after I did my trek to Colorado and I did my trek to Sedona, Arizona, I went back to Virginia to take care of my last catering job there and put an end to that chapter of my life. I went up to New Jersey and saw some family. I started my voyage out to Mount Shasta. And I stopped along the way in a few places. I didn't, I took some pictures, but I didn't uh, document it in the video. But this was the most important thing. And I got here about 4 days ago. And this is actually my first trip up here because when I got here, the energies were so intense and overwhelming. I got emotional. And the first night I stayed there, the place I stayed at wasn't energetically right for me. And then the second night I found my spot. So now I decided to come up here today. And right now I'm not too far from the top. I would say another 1,500 feet and I'll be at the top of Mount Shasta. Just let you look at this beautiful view. It's pretty spectacular. It doesn't get any better than this for me. And I haven't found a vortex yet, although I think I'm in one because I feel some energy. And they say the higher you climb, the more uh, likely you are to find a vortex or a portal, and that's what I'm hoping to find. And if I don't, I don't, and that's okay. But I'm on my journey, and once I get up to the top, I plan to expand on this video because I think there's a lot to this, and the magic that's here, and the the magic of the collective consciousness. I want to touch on that in this video as well. So hang tight. I'm gonna keep hiking up, and I shall see you soon. This climb is not for the weak or those with any kind of heart conditions or medical conditions. It's pretty challenging, and part of my experience has been I have to take several breaks on my way up. And there's still a trail, but at some point I ran into somebody who said he got as far as he could go and then the trail ended and he didn't want to climb up the mountain on rocks. But I wouldn't be me if I didn't do that, right? I climbed Bell Rock in my flip-flops, and I'm not saying that I'm going to have the same experience here. I do have hiking boots on today, um, but I'm looking forward to it. But I credit my stamina, my stability to get me up this far because I'm probably up close to 14,000 feet now, and I'm not out of breath. I'm not winded. I don't have altitude sickness, and I credit that to my Wim Hof breathing training, the Wim Hof method, and my cold training, also by Wim Hof, and I highly recommend it. And I've been doing it for about a year and 2 or 3 months now, and I don't think that if I had done any of those techniques, I probably wouldn't be up this far right now. So I'm gonna have a snack, then I'm gonna keep going, and I'll see you at the top. And hello again. Here's my update. That's how far I am. Don't have too much farther to go. And here's where I've been. Man, what a journey. I gotta tell you, it's getting pretty emotional. I don't know what it is, but the energy's really crazy, and my resolve has never been greater to get up top. And it's gonna be dark by the time I get back to my car, but it's okay. I'm not stopping. I just keep moving. Um, I stop and take some breaths because it is pretty grueling, and there's been some rock slides, but I haven't been a part of it yet, and not, and I intend not to. So it's amazing, folks. I sincerely urge you to do something that scares you. This doesn't scare me. I'm so happy to be here, but get out of your comfort zones. Um, there's only beauty here. That's it. I'm alone, top of this beautiful mountain, and I'm as peaceful as I've ever been in my entire life. What makes you peaceful? What is going to bring you peace? Start taking action towards that, my friends, as I have. It's so. Words can't describe it. Just can't describe it. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So, when I get up to the top, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the collective consciousness, and then we'll end this video. Oh my God, so beautiful. Thank you. I made it. There's just that. And I don't think I need to climb that. But here's my view. Yeah, it's gonna be a long way down. I'm trying to find a comfortable place to sit on the rocks here. Sorry for the sun again, but again, there's really no shade for me. So, I can't explain the feeling here. Most people would be scared to death, and I am like, I'm loving every second of it. So, I really do encourage you to step out of your comfort zone and go do what you dreamed of. This was on my vision board for a year and a half. Finally made it. I made it 9 minutes earlier than I thought I would. I had set myself a limit of 6 p.m. and it's almost 6 p.m. now here in the Pacific Coast. And the sun will be going down soon, and I've got a lot of climbing, but it's now all downhill, so it'll get dark, but I still should be able to find my way just fine. I'm not worried. So, about collective consciousness. What is a collective consciousness? There's an idea, and there's no science behind it because you can't be proven scientifically, I don't think. So forget about the science. But where we're all connected consciously, and I'm finding out that to be more true and true, although I've always known it to be true. But there's been some experiments where I believe, sorry, I believe there were some experiments done where monkeys in one part of the world would develop a new habit, whatever it was, but then all of a sudden in another part of the world, monkeys would start doing the same thing. So they're worlds apart. How do they know to start doing the same thing? It's called a collective consciousness. You know, what's done here is energetically connected to everything. Um, and that the same is true for you know, some of the breakthroughs in science, you know, cell phones and things of that nature, and people like Nikola Tesla and Marconi developing the radio at the same time, and Tesla again, and Thomas Edison inventing the AC/DC electricity. How does that happen? They didn't know each other. They were, again, one was in England, one was in the United States. How does that happen? You know, before the phone was invented. So there is such a thing as collective consciousness. And I'm speaking to a lot of people all around the world now. I spoke to a young lady in Botswana, which is in Tanzania, and South Africa, and people from Australia and Sweden and the UK and Canada and all across the USA. And there's a common denominator here, folks. They're all experiencing the same things. And I've experienced some of the things they've experienced. So, how would that be possible if it weren't for the collective consciousness? So, we're all connected, you know. Whether you choose to believe that or not, that's fine. But it can't all be coincidence. And I know it to be true because, again, I've spoken to some beautiful people, men and women, across the world, and we're all sharing the same things. Very, unique experiences, but a lot of similarities. So there is such a thing as a collective consciousness. We are all connected. So knowing this now, I urge you to start taking better care of yourself, looking out after your diet, and the things that you're engaging in. Make sure that they're positive instead of negative. And turn off the TV. You know, it does nothing for you except it's negative and it's programming. Though they know they want you to stay tuned because it's a frequency. You know, so start tuning in to the collective consciousness and start manifesting what you want in your life. It's beautiful, and the more positivity that we all collectively engage in, we're all doing it for each other, and there doesn't need to be hunger and homelessness or anything in this world, and we can change that. So start changing your world, folks. Look what I've done. I'm leading by example. I'm living by example. Never in my wildest imagination would I think I was 14,700 feet up, videoing myself for my YouTube channel. This is amazing. Amazing things can happen for you too. Just allow yourself. Do it. Take those steps. Be afraid. Do it anyway. It's so much fun. And it's so rewarding. Have an amazing life, folks. Really. Just do it. And have an amazing day. And if you need a little help, a little push in the direction of your dreams, don't know how to make them happen for yourself, I am a spiritual life coach. The link to my website's down below. Hit me up for a free 30-minute decompression session. Let's talk about those fears and what you're afraid of and help you get through them so that you can take a leap of faith and get out of your comfort zone and do something wild and exciting like this. All right, so only you can make that happen, but I can help you find your courage, find your strength. So, aren't you worth it? Also, if you are on a spiritual life path and you want to become a spiritual life coach, I am an enrollment coach for the Awakened Academy. That's www.awakenedacademy.com, www.awakenedacademy.com. I'll leave the link in the description below. And if you like the contents of this video, please give it a thumbs up, like it, share it, really share it. I'm 55 years old, guys, and I'm sitting on top of Mount Shasta. I'm on top of the world. You can be too. Show your friends that they can do it. They can do anything they put their mind to. And please subscribe to my channel. Thank you for spending a few minutes with me. I'm truly grateful. And look at this. Woo! This is love, folks. True.